welcome to this new Arabic lesson with me, Maha. Today I'm going to dedicate this lesson to the spoken Palestinian dialect, or the Palestinian Shami Levantine dialect in general, the dialect spoken in the countries Lebanon, Syria, Palestine and Jordan. Today I'm going to teach you how to say I'm kidding, and I'm not only going to teach you the vocabulary behind this I'm kidding, but I'm going to add a lot of culture within it, and I'm going to show you the slight difference between a sentence like I'm kidding with you with a sentence I'm laughing at you or I'm making fun of you. It happens with a very small change in one preposition and it changes the whole meaning of the sentence. So without further ado, let's get started. First, I want you to know that when we speak in a dialect, there are 20 or 30 different ways to say the same thing. What I'm teaching you is the most common way or the most used way by real Palestinian Arabs or Shami Levantine Arabs speaking their dialect. So I'm going to teach you really the important sentences that you need in each situational Arabic situation. Alright, so first I'm going to start this lesson with the verb ضحك. ضحك means to laugh, and I'm going to write here everything on board. So let's start with the verb ضحك. I hope you are still not struggling with Arabic letters, of course, because it's much easier to learn Arabic in Arabic. I will respect the ones that like only the Latin letters, or the ones that are interested more in speaking the dialect and rather than to learn how to read. Even though I really advise you, I recommend you, even though you're not interested in writing when you speak the dialect or reading, I really recommend you to learn everything with the Arabic letters. Why? First, Arabic letters are very easy to learn. I have a playlist of 6 lessons in which you can, in 6 hours, you can finish learning the Arabic alphabet, and it's really easy. It might be fearful or really scary at first sight, but remember that this is the most easy or simple Arabic subject ever, which is the letters. Alright? And it's much easier for you to get the grammar later than to see it with the Latin letters. Apart from that, in the dialect we are interested more in how we speak and how we pronounce things. That's why I usually in my dialect courses, I use also Latin letters, okay? Because I'm interested in making you pronounce it better, not making you read it or write it better, okay? Let's go back to the verb ضحك. ضحك, here we have these small vowels here, but they don't make part of the letters of the verb. That's why I will not write them as part of the 3-letter verb. So verb ضحك, it's the verb to laugh. I want to teach you how to say I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. There are 2 main ways to do that. The first way, we're going to do it with the verb to laugh. The other way, we're going to use another verb, which is the verb مزح, and we will see when to use which. Before starting with the verb مزح, I want to see Before we start with the verb مزح, I want you to concentrate on the verb ضحك, and let's try to conjugate this. If I want to say I laughed, I hope you know. If you still don't know how to conjugate a past tense verb, then please click here or click below. I will give you the link on how to conjugate any Palestinian dialect or any Shami Levantine dialect past tense verb. The rules function for all verbs, also for ضحك. So if I want to say I laughed, I say ضحكت. So what happens is ضحك becomes ضحكت. We add it to any verb in the past tense in the dialect. ضحكت, I laughed. I ate, أكلت. I drank, شربت. I went, رحت. I slept, نمت. Everything ends with it. This it in Palestinian or in Arabic letters is this, the short I and the it. So this is the rule that I want you to focus on. Now, I don't want to focus too much on the grammar. ضحكت, it means I laughed. If I want to say I'm kidding, I can use the verb to laugh by adding 2 more words. Let me write ضحكت here, which means I laughed. And adding 2 more words, it means I am kidding. How do we say I'm kidding or I was kidding? We say ضحكت معك. What is this معك? مع is the preposition which means with. عك, this is the object pronoun which means you. Literally, if you say ضحكت معك, it means I laughed with you. I laughed with you. أنا ضحكت معك. Literally, it means I laughed with you. The real meaning, if somebody tells me ضحكت معك, is I am kidding with you. I'm laughing with you, which means I'm kidding with you. I kid you. I'm joking with you, okay? But this is past tense. We will keep the past tense for now, so I was joking, and we will do it in the present tense later. But what I want to focus on here is when you say ضحكت معك, I laughed with you, it's very easy to understand that I'm laughing alongside you, and I can change it very easily to I laughed at you, meaning I fooled you or I made fun of you. Okay? How do we do that? ضحكت stays ضحكت, I laughed, but I didn't laugh معك with you. ضحكت, we would change it with عليك. على means on, عليك on you. And that's how the whole thing changes from I am kidding with you to I'm making fun of you. ضحكت معك with the preposition مع, which means with, I'm laughing with you, which means I'm kidding with you. أنا ضحكت معك, we're talking past tense. I will transform it just like in a second to present tense. ضحكت عليك, on the other hand, عليك, على means on, عليك on you. So I'm literally laughing on you, I'm laughing about you, which means I'm fooling you or I'm making fun of you. This is the slight difference between ضحكت معك and ضحكت عليك. Let's try to transform this whole thing into the present tense and say I'm kidding you and I'm making a fool out of you. Instead of ضحكت, we transform the verb ضحك in the present tense. معك and عليك stays the same. If I want to say I'm kidding with you, we transform the verb into the present, so we change the beginning. We say أنا بضحك. بضحك. This is the verb I kid, or I laugh. You can simply say أنا بضحك. Ha ha ha. أنا بضحك. أنا عم بضحك. I'm laughing. بضحك. Or you can say بضحك معك. I'm laughing معك. I'm laughing with you. But you can also say أنا بضحك عليك. أنا مش بضحك معك. أنا بضحك عليك. I'm laughing at you. بضحك عليك. بضحك معك and بضحك عليك. This is a slight difference between I'm kidding you, I'm kidding with you, or I'm making a fool out of you, or I'm making fun of you. Okay? Making fun of you, I'm laughing at you. عليك. I'm kidding with you, I'm laughing with you. معك, with you. Okay? This is grammar mixed with culture and mixed with some vocabulary. Now, this is in general the way to say I'm kidding. بضحك معك. I'm kidding. Literally, I'm kidding with you. This is how we say I'm kidding. بضحك معك. If you are a female, guys, you say بضحك معك. If you are a lot of people and I'm kidding with you, بضحك معكو. To all these variations, you need to apply to my courses because I can't do YouTube lessons with everything, because otherwise you say like this lesson is missing. I will not conjugate everything, but I will just give you the idea on how to create these sentences. بضحك معك, بضحك معك, or بضحك معكو. I'm making a fun of you. بضحك عليك. Making fun of you female. بضحك عليكي. Making fun of all of you. بضحك عليكو. So this is one way to say I'm kidding. The other way to say I'm kidding, apart from saying بضحك معك, is another verb which is not that complicated like all these differences, and with like changing a preposition on you or at you or with you doesn't change the whole sense, because the verb itself means to kid or to joke. So this is much easier. So the verb is مزح. Mim, zay, ha are the letters of this verb, مزح. Oops, I forgot the H here. If I kid or I'm kidding, we start the verb with ba, because you already know, hopefully, that all present tense verbs are conjugated with ba. I made a lesson about how to conjugate any present tense verb in the Palestinian dialect. Here below I will give you the link, or I'll make you click here if you want. Go to see how we conjugate and how we reach saying this actually without having to think. You can conjugate any present tense verb by adding some prefixes and some suffixes to the verb, and this is applied to all and any kind of verb, even the irregular verbs. Again, it's like the past tense. You only learn the small suffixes or the small letters that you add, and that's it. You can conjugate it with even the most difficult or the longest verb or the most complex and irregular verb ever. The rules stay the rules. So, I am laughing or I'm kidding. We say I'm kidding. We say أنا بمزح. The verb is مزح. We say بمزح. This is how we say I am kidding. أنا بمزح. Now, بمزح means I kid in generally. This is a present tense. If you want to transform, this is a new lesson. This is a new grammar lesson. But anyways, if you want to transform everything from the present tense into the present progressive, I am kidding. It's very easy, guys. You insert a small letter, a small word made of two letters. Am. This word am, that sounds like uncle, because am means uncle. But anyways, forget about uncle. If you answer these two letters, am, before the present tense verb, it becomes I'm doing the action now, in this period, in this time, this year, progressive. And am bamzah means I am kidding. This is exactly how you say أنا عم بمزح, I am kidding. Now, you can always add more things to the sentence, and in order to say I'm kidding with you, in Arabic we can say, and you know it now because we learned already with the verb to laugh with you. عم بمزح معك. I'm laughing with you. And if I'm laughing with you female, عم بمزح معك. And if I'm laughing with all of you, عم بمزح معكم. Yeah? Very, very easy. What I want you to do is, I want you to try to conjugate the verb bamzah in the present tense with all the 7 pronouns. For example, I want you to tell me she is laughing. She's kidding, sorry. She is kidding with me. Remove the with me. She's kidding. Am stays am. Bamzah changes into the present tense conjugation of she. The only thing that I want you to remember about the present tense, I still didn't teach you that, but this is something that I will teach you in the present tense lesson, is when you add am, try to remove the be, the beginner be, because usually we start our conjugations with be. Try to remove the be from all the next pronouns apart from the first one. So, for example, usually she kids, she jokes, we say بتمزح. بتمزح. If I want to say she is kidding, she is joking, we don't say عم بتمزح, we say عم تمزح. We remove this b sound from the beginning of a present tense verb when we add عم to make it into the progressive. This removing the b will appear a lot in your learning of the dialect. You will see that we remove it a lot when, for example, it comes with another verb. For example, I want to eat. Usually I eat, it's باكل. I eat, باكل. I want to eat, I put the verb want. I say بدي, which means I want. I don't say بدي باكل. I say بدي آكل. So removing this be in the present tense verb in Arabic, in the Palestinian dialect, is very widely spread, and you need to know when. One of the times when I remove that be is with am, which makes the whole thing into the present progressive. Alright? So I would like to recap first, but orally, like only with you, without writing on board. How do we say I'm kidding? I'm kidding, you have 2 ways. Either you say أنا عم بمزح, I'm kidding, or عم بمزح معك, I'm kidding with you, معك, معكو, etc. Or the other way with the verb ضحك, which means to laugh. أنا عم بضحك معك. Literally, I'm laughing with you. عم بضحك معك. Another variation to do with the verb بضحك, I'm laughing, is عم بضحك عليك. عليك means on you. So the whole thing would change from I'm kidding with you into I'm making fun of you, because we changed the مع, preposition مع, which means with the preposition على, which means on or at you. If you would like to get to know me better, to chat with me live on live streaming, I hold special exclusive live streamings for a small number of members on my channel. So it's an exclusive member only live streams each month that I'm holding. I of course do also live streams for all my almost 500,000 subscribers, but I also want to be able to discuss topics that I don't usually discuss in front of this amount of people, and I would prefer to have a smaller community of people who are willing to get to know me, and I love this small sense of community that is being built. So if you want, there's a join button close to my channel. You can join there and you can see what are the perks or the rewards that I'm giving you apart from the live streams. And also I want to thank and say shukran to my patrons for supporting me. If you want to become one of my patrons, please visit my Patreon page. And I also want to remind you that I'm holding online Arabic classes. I've been holding them since the beginning of this crisis. Unfortunately, many people are staying at home. I had to cancel my courses in the Holy Land and I opened online Arabic classes. I have 2 online Arabic classes, one for the dialect and one for the MSA Modern Standard Arabic, and they're going fantastic, يعني amazing, يعني كتير حلو. Alright, so if you want, stay updated. I'm giving you a link below where you can check all the openings and applications of my upcoming Arabic online courses. And I thank you for staying with me this long and learning the way to say I'm kidding with you, I'm laughing at you, and I'm making fun of you بالعربية العامية, which is the dialect. I'll see you in the following Arabic lesson with me, Maha. مع السلامة.